And we welcome you live from Lumsden Gymnasium in Amherst, New York for another edition of East Coast Conference basketball at Flow College. As tonight, it is rivalry night. The Dyouville Saints, 7-9 on the season, take on the 15-2 Daemen Wildcats. Daemen unbeaten in conference play at 8-0. Hi, everyone. Along with Mike Moranto, I'm Joe Kraus, and Daemen continuing to roll in conference play. They picked up 2 wins on the road downstate last weekend at Queens and Molloy, looking to keep things going. And Mike, a big catalyst in this has been the play of Kylie Chapman, as Cecilia Lapertosa missing her 6th consecutive game. Chapman has done a pretty good job filling it.
Absolutely, yeah. You're missing a lot in the lineup with Lapertosa going out. She's, a potential double-double every night. You're talking 14 points and at least 8 or 9 rebounds every game, but she's out again, as you mentioned, 6th straight game. It's been Kylie Chapman in the starting lineup for her. Little bit different game. Not as much scoring as CC, but better passer. Definitely brings the rebound. She's coming off a 12-point, 13-rebound outing Sunday at Queens, her first career double-double.
Marking the 25th all-time meeting between Daemen and Dyouville. Wildcats are 22-2 all-time as Buntley's 3 goes out. Chapman can't get the board, so this will be Dyouville's first possession. Sideline inbound coming up here for the Saints. Molly O'Toole, the freshman guard, able to find Ava Pearson. Back to O'Toole. Now stepping in. It is too strong that time for Karastazu, and here comes Daemen. Buntley up the floor. Now to Montgomery, the senior point guard. Now Chapman, give and go back to Montgomery. Chapman goes to work on the right side of the floor. Buntley, little pump fake, goes inside, and it rattles in. Buntley, the leading scorer for Daemen, 15.5 points per game, gets the first bucket here tonight.
Yeah, Buntley just gets into the teeth of that Dyouville defense. Little banker off the glass there to get Daemen on the board.
And this is deflected and stolen by Sophie Auer. Daemen on a 2-on-1. Auer takes it herself from the right block.
Sophie Auer just gets in the passing lanes, able to drive it down. Another bank shot off the glass for the Wildcats.
Daemen averaging just under 16 steals per game this season. As Pearson swings over to Fedor. Megan Fedor on the drive, kicks out, little pump fake. Karastazu, she stops, puts it up. Rebound for Buntley. Daemen quickly over the timeline. Auer. Now Claire Pikett steps in for a 3, too strong. Loose ball tracked down on the rebound by Dyouville. Karastazu runs up the floor. Quick swing to Fedor, left side 3, offline, ball loose. Fedor tracks it down. Saints look to reset. Here's Pearson. And off to O'Toole. Bounce pass to Pearson, wide open for the 3, and she knocks it down. Ava Pearson shooting 35% from beyond the arc, gets on the scoreboard tonight.
Yeah, that's one thing that this Dyouville team does well, as Buntley comes right back with the answer for Daemen. 35% as a team from 3 are the Saints. For Pearson, her 20th three-pointer of the season.
Daemen now leads 7-3. As Allie Hall looking for some help, then takes it herself. And off to O'Toole. 12 to shoot. Pearson slides in, goes to the paint, the extra pass, jumper on the way, and it rattles in for Allie Hall, the sophomore from Bishop Kearney. 7-5, Daemen in the lead. Pikett looking inside to Chapman on the baseline. Kicked up top, Buntley low and takes the shot off the low pass. The rebound tracked down by Pearson. Dyouville working the offense now. O'Toole. Now Pearson. Now Fedor. Dyouville working in front of the Daemen bench. Shot clock down to 15. Cross-court pass. Now on the drive, it's Fedor. Kicked out. Hall swings. Pearson ready to let it fly. This time won't go. Sophie Auer with the rebound. Wildcats up the floor. Here is Auer. Cross-court pass to the open Claire Pikett, and she steps in. Nothing but net for Claire Pikett. And Daemen's lead is up to 5. Claire Pikett coming in averaging 12.1 points per game. That is her 20th three-point field goal of the season. 4 minutes gone by here in the first quarter. O'Toole. Quick swing on the drive. Karastazu. Now back to O'Toole. Shot clock down to 4. Allie Hall against Sophie Auer. Hall spins inside, gets the shot off as the shot clock expired. Saints get the board, and Allie Hall gets the cleanup. Megan Fedor inside for the Saints, able to find the open Hall. It isn't.
How about Fedor going to the ground to get that offensive rebound? What presence of mind then to get it to Hall?
Buntleaf's three-point try, no good. Pearson spins. Now Fedor on the drive. Allie Hall attacks along the baseline. Back out. And this is deflected and stolen by Pikett. Pikett goes down the floor, and it is good. Defensive offense once again for Daemen. The lead is back up to 5.
A second steal and bucket here in the opening couple of minutes for the Wildcats. That time it's Pikett. She's been on quite a roll here for the Wildcats of late as well.
Karastazu. Now O'Toole uses a screen. The double team, Pikett with the steal. Wildcats go up the floor. Pikett swings to Montgomery. Montgomery hand off to Buntley. Now Auer, shot clock down to 15 for Daemen. Buntley turns back, jumper on the way, and it's good. Nevaeh Buntley now at 7 points here to pace Daemen.
Well, exactly what you don't want to see if you're a dyouville fan, right? Is Daemen's leading scorer getting off to a hot start here, especially with the jumpers.
Saints looking to respond. Hall is deflected, and then a foul called on Claire Pikett. As we reach our first media timeout with 3:51 to go in the first quarter. Daemen leads dyouville in the rivalry game 14-7. You're watching Flow College.
I would tell future student athletes that if you're thinking about coming to Daemen, you're not going to find a better community, you're not going to find better academics, you're not going to find better athletics anywhere else but Daemen University. You see multiple teams performing super well over the years. That has to mean something when it comes to the people that you bring in and the people you...
Inside kid day.
Daemen last 1 minute and 45 seconds. They look to set something up with a baseline inbound. Set up a nice play as Ava Pearson gets this to Morgan Giancaterino, the senior guard from Orchard Park. Swings over. Now on the drive is Fedor. The bounce pass going up. Basket good for Alyssa Newman.
Oh, another great play by Fedor. Great use of the ball fake there on the wing. She gets into the teeth of the Daemen defense and just dumps it down there for the easy 2 for Newman.
Raposo on the wing, too strong. Offensive board for Pikett, but this is blocked but not out. Chapman goes back inside looking for Pikett. This shot is short. Saints up the floor. Here's Fedor. Hand off to Giancaterino. Giancaterino on the drive. This is stolen by Julia Fontanillo. The long outlet pass to Jolene Raposo. Just too strong on the layup. Saints get the board. Here's Pearson at the point. Newman. Now Fedor. Fedor swings over. Shot clock down to 10 for the Saints. We go back inside to Newman, but it's stolen by Raposo. Good poke from behind from Chapman. Raposo now running the point. She looks to her right. Long bounce pass to Chapman. Will cut, then the up and under, but this is blocked by Newman. Saints with a big block on the defensive end, still trailing by 5.
Newman having a big presence inside here since checking into the game for the Saints.
And Fedor draws the contact and will head to the line. This foul goes against Brianna Caleri. That is her first foul. Daemen now with 2 fouls in the first quarter. As Megan Fedor, the redshirt junior from Elmira, New York, previously at St. Thomas Aquinas, knocks down the first free throw. Just under 6 points per game coming into tonight. Fedor knocks down both at the charity stripe, and we have ourselves a 3-point game. Fontanillo running the point now for Daemen. A lot of ball handlers on Coach Butel's team this year. As Raposo at the right side 3, 2 strong bounces off the back of the rim, and the Saints have possession. Here is Newman. Now Pearson. Pearson finding Newman. Shot clock down to 15. John Cantarino on the drive against Buntley. Kicked out to Pearson. Pearson finds the lane. It is altered by Buntley. Daemen with the basketball. Raposo crosses half court. Raposo still scanning the floor. Bounce pass inside to Caleri. Hand off to Chapman. Chapman spins, goes through the contact. Wild shot to dyouville with the rebound. Saints up the floor, approaching the last minute of quarter number 1. Right side 3, just short. And here's Daemen. Raposo, the outlet pass to Caleri, knocked away by Karastasiou. Good hustle back from her. And now Claire Pikett and Sophie Auer both return here for Daemen. Baseline inbound. Here's Buntley. Creates some space and fires. This is offline. Left side jumper won't go. As here is John Cantarino on the left wing. Off the screen from Newman. John Cantarino looks. Now O'Toole. O'Toole tries to cross, but it is stolen. And here's Buntley. Buntley on the drive, and it rolls in. Daemen's lead back up to 5.
Third steal and layup for the Wildcats. So, you know, dyouville doing a pretty decent job, half-court defense, but the Wildcats getting these turnovers and turning them into easy points at the other end has been the difference in this first quarter.
Down to the last 5 seconds. Pearson, and then we have a jump ball. Basket from Buntley ended a 2.5-minute scoring drought for Daemen, as the Saints make a quick substitution. Samantha Ruhlman, number 0, makes her first appearance tonight. Ruhlman, little pump fake, stops, fires left side 3, it's good. Samantha Ruhlman beating the buzzer with a 3-pointer off the bench.
A great way to end the first quarter there for dyouville. They trail by 2.
We'll step aside. You're watching 16-14. Samantha Ruhlman with the buzzer beating 3-pointer, coming in averaging 2.6 points per game, just her 7th made 3-pointer of the season. We have ourselves a 1-possession game at the start of the second.
dyouville sticking with this little matchup zone they got going on, but they lost Pikett. A little miscommunication there on that possession for the Saints. That was just way too easy for Daemen to swing it around the perimeter, and there was nobody on Pikett there in the right corner.
Pearson crosses the timeline. Quick pass, long bounce pass to John Caterino.
Great save there by, who was it? Karastazu, sorry.
And the three-pointer good again for Ruhlman. Daemen looking to counter, and Sophie Auer does. Three-pointers flying here in Amherst.
Yeah, Daemen just races it right back down the court. Auer beats everybody down into that corner.
Pearson, pass intercepted by Pikett. She loses control, and the ball goes off of the Wildcats.
Well, again, those traps for Daemen, they get the ball handler as soon as she comes over half court there and just kind of blindly throws the ball into the middle of the court. That's the last thing you want to do if you're dyouville facing those traps.
John Caterino swings it to her left. Karastazu. Back around. John Caterino with 10 to shoot. Slight pressure, and that causes John Caterino to step out of bounds. Kylie Chapman returns for Daemen. Molly O'Toole returns for dyouville. Charlotte Montgomery swings to her right. Now Buntley. And here's Auer to a cutting Pikett. Pikett goes up too strong on the glass. Saints quickly up the floor with Ava Pearson. Xanthippe Karastazu takes it herself. Underhand layup just short. Now here's Buntley. And Montgomery. Montgomery goes up and it's good. A little hesitation and go from Shiloh.
Yeah, the hezzy there from Montgomery right at the free throw line. She puts on the brakes. Hey, we're going to pull this back out maybe. Nope. Accelerate right by the defense for two.
Ruhlman's jumper too strong. Offensive board for O'Toole. Ball went off of Auer, and the Saints will try again. Stepping in, Samantha Ruhlman. This jumper won't go, and then we have a foul after the offensive board from Allie Hall.
Yeah, looked like Montgomery came in from behind there. She's going to pick up the foul.
Fouls number 5 of Daemen, Shiloh Montgomery. That's the third. Substitution in for dyouville, 24.
Pretty good flow here early on in this one, right? A lot of up and down, end-to-end action, not a lot of whistles.
11, Allie Hall, issue 2.
First attempt goes in and out for Hall, making her second start of the season. Too strong on the back half as well. Pikett alone fires in, it's in. Claire Pikett making dyouville pay again.
Yeah, again, dyouville slow to get back and transition on defense. Daemen's just beating them down the court to these open corners, and then the guards are finding them.
Claire Pikett with a game-high 11 points. Early stages of the second quarter. And a foul called on the aforementioned Pikett. dyouville is trying to go for a handoff.
Daemen 5 out of 11 here from three-point range through the first almost 13 minutes of this game.
Pearson one-on-one against Montgomery. Hand off to O'Toole. Now Ruhlman looks inside. Fedor back over to Ruhlman. Quickly inside, spinning and scoring is Allie Hall.
Well, a great find that time by Ruhlman. She's burned him with a couple of threes. That time she does it with the pass.
Daemen leads 27-19. Raposo on the left wing. Cross-court pass to Montgomery. Back inside. Buntley the up and under. Too strong. Chapman fighting for the board. Ball still loose. Goes off of the Saints.
Yeah, They say no contact with the rim there on the shot, so 11 seconds to shoot with. Good job by Chapman there fighting to keep the possession alive for Daemen.
One-hand grab from Raposo. Swings over to Auer. Back up top. Buntley lets it fly. Too strong. dyouville. Outlet pass to O'Toole. O'Toole crosses, looks, finds Ruhlman. Now Pearson with a quick pass. On the left wing, here's Fedor. Kicked out. Ruhlman lets it fly for three. Too strong. Hits the top wire and out of play. Montgomery at the point. Here's Auer. Inside to the open Raposo, nothing but net.
Yeah, they just flood the high post area of the zone there. Oftentimes you're going to do that with a forward or a bigger player. That time it's Raposo, the guard, coming in there, and she gets that shot up so quick before the defense can even react.
Lead is up to 10. Wildcats with a dozen points in the paint. As here's O'Toole. Shot clock down to 10 for the Saints. Quick swing, Fedor crosses, spins, recovers, back up top. O'Toole pump fake, then fires the long three, and it's in for the freshman.
How about that move from O'Toole? Gets Raposo up in the air and then just steps to the side. Able to knock down that long three with the shot clock running down.
Daemen can't counter. Here is Pearson. Now O'Toole crosses. Swings to the left corner. This is Ruhlman. Back up top to O'Toole.
That's her first shot of the game, too. Leading scorer coming in for the Saints. 47th three-point field goal on the season for O'Toole.
Shot clock down to 5. Fedor along the baseline. And it's stolen by Chapman.
Some contact there as Fedor was making her move, but no whistle.
Now Buntley, floater on the baseline, won't go. Hit the rim. Approaching 4 minutes left here in this first half. Action-packed affair so far between Daemen and dyouville. Wildcats 8-0 in the conference. dyouville at 4-4 as Ellie Hall finds the cutting Ruhlman. She goes up and it's in. Samantha Ruhlman now with 8 points off the bench.
Yeah, how about what a first half for her.
We're back down to a 5-point game. Here's Buntley. Now Raposo, left side three, won't go. Auer able to make the heads-up play, and Daemen will have another possession after the media timeout. 3:34 left in the first half. You're watching Flow College. Eleven on the shot clock for the Wildcats. Here's Pikett going in on the run, and it's good.
Well, for as good as Ruhlman's been on the other side for dyouville, Pikett has been equally as good for the Wildcats here. 13 points now in the game on 5 of 8 shooting. Great left-handed runner there right out of the timeout for the Wildcats.
Karastazu kicks it out to John Caterino. Shot clock down to 10 for the Saints. Now here's Pearson. Pearson looks inside to Newman. Newman spins, fires in. It's good for Alyssa Newman.
Savvy play there from the freshman Newman. Fontanillo was right there defensively for Daemen, but didn't bother her at all. She makes the catch. She's strong with the ball. Spins and gets to her spot. Gets it up and in for 2 dyouville points.
Auer looks inside. Fontanillo gets a double team. It's stripped, and here comes dyouville. O'Toole on the left wing. Attacks the baseline. Goes up. Layup just short. Fontanillo at the point. Here's Chapman. Kicks up top. Pikett fires for three, and it's in. Claire Pikett continues to dominate.
Fourth three-pointer of the half for Pikett.
It's now a Daemen 8-point lead. Here is Pearson on the drive. Kicks it out. The extra pass. John Caterino sets, fires. Rebound for Sophie Howard. Wildcats up the full. Fontanillo on the drive, and it just bounces out. Battle in the paint. It's won by dyouville. Molly O'Toole brings the ball up the floor. Down to the last 90 seconds of the opening half.
Pikett 76 points shy of 1,000 for her career. At this rate, she might get there by the end of the night. Going to get a moving screen there.
Fouls on 21 of the Saints. Newman first.
Goes on Newman.
Wildcat substitution in front.
First foul of the game whistled on the Saints.
Here's Montgomery. Montgomery in the paint, floater on the way. Too strong, rebound for the Saints. Now here's Pearson. Now O'Toole. O'Toole spins to her left, goes right in, and this is blocked by Pikett. Pikett listed at 6 foot, O'Toole at 5'10".
Yeah, oh, by the way, yeah, she's taken the defensive assignment on dyouville's leading scorer for much of this first half, too. Good switch out there defensively for the Wildcats.
Pearson recovers, 10 to shoot for the Saints. Back inside, Karastazu setting it up for Pearson. Three-pointer short. Daemen on the attack. Here is Chapman. Back out, Fontanillo can't recover the pass, and here are the Saints.
Well, Daemen had a good-looking break there. I think Fontanillo was trying to do something with that ball before she got it. Unlucky break there for Daemen.
Karastazu on the drive. Kicks out to O'Toole. She steps, fires, too strong. Shot clock is off, last 20 seconds. Claire Pikett takes it herself and draws the contact.
Good strong take in transition there for Pikett. She had Auer spotting up in the corner, but the defense really never stopped the ball there. Pikett takes it all the way, draws some contact there, gets herself to the free throw line. First free throws of the game for Daemen.
Daemen shooting just under 66% at the line coming into tonight. As Pikett resets and gets ready for the second attempt. 16 points at the moment. Can't get the second to go either. Chapman was in there fighting for the ball, but this will be dyouville possession with 14.9 ticks left.
Boy, in a half where seemingly everything's going in for Claire Pikett. She misses 2 free throws.
Daemen with the full court pressure. dyouville breaks it. Karastazu with 3 seconds left. Kicks it out. O'Toole lets it fly, and it's in. Molly O'Toole. And dyouville knocks down another three-pointer before the buzzer goes off.
Yeah, you just can't lose track of her if you're Daemen. It's who got the assist there? Was it Karastazu? She makes the play because on that drive, she flattens out the entire defense. The defense reacts to the drive. Everybody
Daemen's lead 18 points, including 4 three-pointers. Samantha Ruhlman on the dyouville side with a team-high 8. So Saints on the opening possession. It is Fedor. Now O'Toole. Shot clock down to 15. O'Toole on the drive. Kicks out. Here is Karastazu. Now Pearson slides up. Left corner 3 is up. It's off the line. It is tracked down by Allie Hall. And then Daemen able to secure it and rip it away from Allie. Now here's Daemen's first possession of half number 2. Sophie Auer inside, fading away, too strong. Loose ball tracked down by the Saints. O'Toole, quick pass, Karastazu on the baseline. O'Toole lets it fly for 3. It is short. Better out in the paint, tracked down by Daemen. Here's Montgomery. Montgomery, pressure from behind. And this will stay here with the Wildcats. Daemen looking for a foul. And count the basket for Nevaeh Buntley.
Just threw that pass kind of in some traffic, and Buntley just with her strength powered up through all of that contact. Chance at an and one here for Nevaeh Buntley. She's into double figures now with 11.
And Buntley gets the old-fashioned three-point play. Daemen's lead up to 8. O'Toole swings over to Karastazu. Now here's Pearson. Pearson now with Fedor. Shot clock down to 15 as this goes inside, and count the basket for Allie Hall.
Right back at you come the Saints. Little pick and roll action. Hall does a great job rolling into the basket there, absorbs some contact from Montgomery, and she's got a chance in an old-fashioned three-point play.
Free throw short. Down to a 6-point game. Here's Buntley. Takes it to 4. Now Montgomery. Montgomery. Now Chapman. Now here's Plykett. Plykett on the drive, goes up and it's in. Claire Plykett now with 18 in the game.
I mean, that's just such a strong take. There was really no room there. The help side defense was there. They had good rotation. Daemen's running a cutter right into where Plykett is trying to drive there, and it just didn't matter. Sometimes the offense is just better.
Allie Hall rips it away from Buntley. Shot clock down to 10. She turns. And then Karastazu's called for a travel.
A good scramble there defensively for Daemen.
Montgomery at the point. Plykett steps, fires for 3, and it rattles in. It is the Claire Plykett show here tonight for Daemen.
Well, it's about time you got to look up what her career high is, I think.
Claire Plykett now at 21 here tonight. That is half of Daemen's scoring. Pearson can't respond on the three-point try. It hit the top wire. So Daemen basketball.
Yeah, she's one shy of her season high, which is also her career high, 22, which she's done a couple times in her career, including the last time Daemen was here at Lumsden, 22 points on January 11th against Staten Island. So Claire's feeling good about shooting in the home gym right now.
Sophie Auer on the drive, goes on the run, and it rattles it off the glass.
How about that take from Sophie Auer? Sweet runner off the glass. Daemen's opened up a 13-point lead here.
O'Toole, cross-court pass to Pearson. Pearson swings to her right. The extra pass to Karastazu. Now Pearson down to 10 on the shot clock. Here's Fedor. Ball stripped, Daemen with the steal. And Plykett stepped out of bounds.
dyouville substitution in 0. Samantha Ruhlman.
Timeout called. 6:23 left in the third quarter. Daemen up by 13 on Flow College.
Fans, welcome to the
taking Super Bowl Sunday in our nation's capital against UDC. So out of the timeout, Molly O'Toole and Ava Pearson in the backcourt. Fedor, now Pearson. Shot clock down to 15. Long bounce pass to Fedor. Shot clock down to 8. Back inside to Hall. Shot clock down to 5. Hall kicks it out. Pearson ready to fire. It won't go. An offensive board, though, for the Saints. Here is Fedor. And then she's called for a travel. Here's Montgomery. She steps, fires, too strong.
Long two there, foot on the line.
Pearson up the floor. Saints haven't scored in nearly 3 minutes as Ruhlman drives in. Shot clock down to 10. Now here's Hall. Hall kicks out to Pearson. Ruhlman, right side three, up, and it's in. Samantha Ruhlman, her third triple of the game.
How about Ruhlman? She had 6 threes in the whole season coming into today. What a game for her. Not afraid to let it fly.
And we're back to a 10-point game under 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. No look pass for Buntley, setting up Auer, who goes right in and scores.
Boy, how good is Auer at those running shots off the glass? That's at least the third time today we've seen one.
And that'll take us to our next media. Much about Sophie Auer. We've talked a lot about Claire Pike and everyone just chipping in different roles again.
Yeah, absolutely. Daemen's and the Wildcats having a stellar third quarter here, Joe. Extending what was a 5-point lead here at the break.
Shot clock is down to 5 as Fontanillo tips this out. Then this goes off the shoe of Newman. Fontanillo running the point. Going on the drive, kicked out, Pikett right side three, up and it's in. Claire Pikett once again.
24 now for Pikett, a new career high as Fontanillo gets another deflection. 6th three-pointer of the game for Claire Pikett. Fair to say, Joe, she's en fuego. That's 90s Sports Center, okay? That's way before your time.
Dan Patrick.
See, you knew.
Yes.
You knew. All right, very good.
Daemen up by 15. As here's Ruhlman. Now John Caterino. Karastazu for three, and it's in.
Well, boy, did they need that. But they're going to need more of that here down the stretch of the third quarter.
Approaching 3 minutes left in quarter number 3. Fontanillo on the drive, layup just short, kicked out, good board from Chapman. Sets it up for Buntley, too strong on the three. Newman, and a tangle up with Raposo, and it's Daemen ball. Kylie Chapman once again going inside, doing the dirty work a moment ago with that offensive rebound. As Fontanillo swings it over. Raposo open for the three. Can't connect. Pearson in the backcourt. Takes it herself, kicks it out. Now Ruhlman goes towards her left. John Caterino. Now here's Pearson. Pearson with the shot clock down to 10. John Caterino goes on the drive, kicks it out to the open Allie Hall, and she knocks it down. Allie Hall now with 10 points here tonight for the Saints, who now trail by 10.
How about Hall? Nice game for her so far. Almost a turnover there for Daemen. She's done some damage inside. That time she's able to knock down the mid-range jumper there. Ready to knock it down. Steps into it really nicely. John Caterino with the assist.
Here's Claire Pikett again. Tipped out. And here are the Saints.
A rare miss for Pikett.
Pearson running the point. Junior guard. To a cutting John Caterino. It's good.
Well, just a picture-perfect backdoor cut. If you're going to look it up in the dictionary, you can put that clip in.
Morgan John Caterino, the freshman, the senior from Orchard Park, makes this an 8-point game.
Daemen, substitution in number 12, Brianna Cleary. Saints substitution
90 seconds to go in the third. 17 on the shot clock for Daemen. Caleri on the drive, shot short, and a jump ball on the baseline.
It's going to stay with Daemen.
Pikett off the inbound. It bounces around the rim. Fontanillo is right there, and she will head to the line.
And the foul is on number 10, the Saints Molly O'Toole. That's her first. Shooting two to the Wildcats, point on Julio Fontanillo.
So good play from Julia Fontanillo. Just the fourth free throw attempt of the night for Daemen.
Well, it's been a fast-moving game, Joe. If you got dinner reservations at 8 o'clock, you're looking good, buddy.
Approaching the final minute of the third. Here's Pearson. Pearson spins, now Hall. Oh, pump fake. Takes it herself and gets tangled up, and we have a jump ball. Possession with dyouville. Sophie Auer returns for Daemen.
Nice curl.
Kicked out. Garastazu along the baseline. And there is a foul on Daemen.
Yeah, tough one there for Fontanillo and the Wildcats. 2 seconds showing on the shot clock, and she gets called for a blocking foul.
Shot clock down to 15 for the Saints. John Caterino swings it over. Long bounce pass deflected off of Auer's leg. Daemen has the basketball.
They were looking for the backdoor cut again, that time to O'Toole, and Pikett had it defensed well and went off of her leg.
Fontanillo crosses, swings to Pikett. Wildcats go inside, then back out. 10 to shoot for Pikett. Pikett on the drive, the up and under. She goes up, it's batted around. Last touch by Raposa. So shot clock is off for the Saints to work with. 11.1 seconds left here in the third. John Caterino moves up the floor. She spins against the double team. Looking, finds Pearson. 2 seconds left. Pearson finding Hall. Here's the jumper. It's offline. And at the end of the is blocked inside.
Team makes their 2026 home debut, hosting Roberts Wesleyan at 6 p.m.
Back to the action here as Montgomery is blocked inside. Pearson crosses the timeline. Fedor, long bounce pass, and O'Toole just ran out of real estate.
They have done a really good job bottling up O'Toole in this game. Just 6 shot attempts thus far, 6 points, 3 of which came in that last play of the first half, which was really the only, Daemen defensive breakdown on her the whole game to this point.
Caleri picks up her second personal. Pearson throws upstairs out of the reach of O'Toole.
Just an unforced error there. Daemen was bringing the trap, but you got to be able to complete that pass across. And if there's any good news for dyouville there on that one is that it wasn't a live ball turnover.
Chapman on the right wing, swings to Buntley. Now Pikett. Shot clock down to 15. Now here's Auer on the run, goes off the glass and it rattles in. Once again, Sophie Auer attacking the paint.
Just another one of them running bankers that she's so adept at. Into double figures now with 11.
Daemen's lead back up to 10. Long bounce pass, Hall through the bump, will go. Fighting for the board with Buntley. Buntley has it. Here's Montgomery. Now Buntley steps in for the 3 up top. And an over the back foul.
Oh, they're going to
They're calling on dyouville.
Yeah, they're going to get the foul on Pearson. They get her to say she had Auer hooked. Thought the foul was going to go on Auer climbing over her back.
Here's Buntley. She stops, fires for 3, won't go. Now Ruhlman kicks it out. Fedor. And off O'Toole. Back to Fedor. Shot clock down to 13. Ruhlman steps in. Turns. Kicks out to Pearson. Shot clock down to 7. Allie Hall with possession. The quick pass over to Fedor with 3 to shoot along the baseline. And she stepped out of bounds.
Just nowhere to go for dyouville. There's a Daemen player meeting them on the catch all over the place.
Now here's Montgomery. Montgomery attacks, long bounce pass. Claire Pikett for 3. It bounces around the glass. It's still loose. Montgomery going toe-to-toe with Ruhlman. Great hustle from Ruhlman as dyouville calls a timeout. Will be
I got that.
road at UDC at 5:30 on the 6th, and then on Sunday at Staten Island at 1 p.m. Always coming up clutch, Mike.
Absolutely.
Early stages of the 4th. As through the pressure, Allie Hall bounce pass to Pearson. Shiloh Montgomery on defense for the Wildcats as this pass nearly stolen. Pikett hits the deck, and this will result in a jump ball possession to the Saints.
Yeah, possession dyouville, but just 6 seconds on the shot clock here. Daemen just really clamping down defensively here over the last few minutes. Really since dyouville got that backdoor bucket for John Caterino in the 3rd quarter. And they're going to get a traveling call there on Pearson. Pressure defense by Shyla Montgomery there plays a little bit of a part at least in causing that turnover.
Here's Buntley. Buntley on the drive, stops for the jumper, and it's in.
Buntley's been a little bit quiet. What she have, 7 out of the first 10, I think, for Daemen. Up to 14 in the game now.
Here's Ruhlman, swings over to Pearson on the right wing. Inside, Fedor, loose ball, checked down by O'Toole. Shot clock down to 7. Here's Pearson at the logo. Pearson with 3 to shoot. Pearson with 1, and this will be a shot clock violation.
Substitution in for the Saints, 13, Zachary Karastansu. Also in for the
Trinity Small now checks in here for dyouville.
22 turnovers now in the game for dyouville.
Montgomery off the glass and in. Wildcats now with 24 points in the paint.
And 20 points off of dyouville turnovers. There's another.
And Trinity Small picks up her first personal. Saints making a couple more substitutions. Alyssa Newman checks in, as well as Morgan John Caterino. Montgomery, the baseline inbounder for Daemen. Sophie Hour open for 3. Bounces off the glass, rebound for the Saints. John Caterino. Now Ruhlman. Shot clock down to 15. Going inside, Newman. Alyssa Newman can't make the grab. Montgomery crosses, swings to Buntley. She stops, fires for 3. Loose ball checked down by the Saints. John Caterino up the floor. Now here's Ruhlman. Now Newman. Back to Ruhlman. Ruhlman looks inside to a cutting Newman, and it's in for Alyssa Newman.
Great play by Newman. She slips the screen as Daemen's going to come off and help off of her. And there she picks up a rebound at the other end.
Halfway through the fourth quarter, Daemen leads dyouville 55-43. Right side 3 is up, won't go. Long rebound, Fedor tried to make the save. Good effort. And here's Daemen. Now Plankett on the drive, spinning in the lane. It's good for Claire Plankett. Timeout, Daemen. A 30-second timeout. We'll be back after this on Flow College.
Charge on the Flow College YouTube station, the Flow College Facebook page, and the Flow College X account.
Saints inside, a block for Plankett. So here's Buntley. Now Montgomery. Chapman. Quick passing for the Wildcats. Shot clock down to 8. Buntley stops, now goes on the drive on the left side, and this will be a foul against Morgan John Caterino.
Yeah, contact there on Buntley as she made a strong drive right down the middle of the lane.
Saints substitution, 10, Molly O'Toole. Also in for the Saints, 12, Ava Pearson. Left line for Wildcats, 0, Damian Buckley.
Buntley's first attempt is short. but she makes the back half.
15 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 steals now for Buntley.
Karastazu swings to Pearson. Pearson up top. Shot clock approaching 10 for the Saints. Pearson looking for some help. The handoff to O'Toole. Newman with her back to the basket. Takes it herself, crosses, fires, and we have a foul.
They're going to get Buntley there with contact on the arm of Newman as she's taking that shot. Send her to the line for the first time today. Freshman forward out of Silverdale, Washington. Don't see too many players in the East Coast Conference from the state of Washington.
Down to a 13-point deficit for Dyouville as Pikett loses control, recovers here. Quick pass inside to the cutting Fontanillo.
Yeah, Fontanillo just makes that curl cut from the opposite wing, gets the defender trailing. Pikett's able to find her for an easy 2.
Luke's ball at half court. Pikett, no look pass, keeps it in play. Dives into the scores table. We play on as Montgomery's shot is just short.
Oh my goodness. Hope everybody's okay over there. Pikett's going to get a nice hand for the hustle, head over heels into the scorers table. Looks like all the people are okay, including Pikett. Now let's hope the electronic equipment over there is okay.
So a timeout on the floor with 2:37 left to play. You're watching Flow College. 15. 2:37 left in regulation. Daemen's lead up to 15. Karastazu. Now Pearson. Pearson looking for a handoff, but she spins it herself. Kicked back out. Karastazu. Cross-court pass to O'Toole. Shot clock down to 10. Pearson. Now John Caterino on the drive. John Caterino kicks it out to Newman. Shot clock down to 4. Karastazu pressured. Newman can't get a pass or a shot off. And
Yes, I mean, the Daemen defense has just been suffocating here in the fourth quarter. Dyouville with just 4 points on 1 of 4 shooting. And it seems like the shot clock is running under 5 every possession. Make it 26 turnovers in the game now for Dyouville after that last shot clock violation. That's going to be an over-the-back turnover for Daemen. Just their 5th turnover of the game. You want to know where the game was decided? Right there. Daemen with 20 points off of Dyouville turnovers.
Pearson swings to her right. Karastazu on the drive. She looks, kicks it out to Newman. Right side 3 is up. This won't go, but offensive board for John Caterino.
Great board.
John Caterino cuts in. Rebound for Newman. Setting it up for Pearson. The 3-pointer too strong. Fontanillo swings. Give and go with Morgan White, and Julia cashes in.
9th three-pointer of the game for the Wildcats.
Pearson. Nice cut. Newman just short. Last minute of play. Raposo up the floor. Now Morgan White on the drive, stops for the jumper, too strong. Approaching the final 30 seconds of this matchup. 25th all-time meeting between Daemen and dyouville. As O'Toole along the baseline, just short. White with the basketball. Daemen with Fontenot cross-court pass, and the Wildcats are just going to run this out. We do have an injured dyouville St. Molly O'Toole.
Yeah, O'Toole down right in front of the dyouville bench. I did not see how or what happened there, but she's going to limp off. Certainly the last thing you want to see happen for either team is an injury at this stage of the game that could cost somebody a game down the line.
So Claire Pikett finishes with a game-high 26 points on 10 of 17 shooting, and Daemen moves to 9-0 in conference play.